My name is Wren Parker and I'm a model in New York City. So I was scouted when I was in high school. I'm from Utah, and so I was scouted by some local agencies there. And it was funny because they would meet with me and they'd say, "We love you, you're perfect, but we just need you to lose 30 pounds and get to a size 2. And in high school I was significantly smaller than I am now already, and it just seemed ridiculous to me. I could starve myself and get to maybe a size 4, but my hips are just set further apart than a 2. So I just thought that was absurd. And luckily I was blessed with really incredible parents that instilled self-confidence in me and made sure I understood that my worth was not contingent upon, my looks or my body. And so I was able to brush that off pretty easily, and I just kind of freelanced here and there. Then fast forward a few years later, and I was scouted again on Instagram, but this time I was set up with an agency here in New York. My agency's Muse. They've been so good to me, and it was so awesome to meet with them because they didn't say, "Oh, we love you just the way you are." They said, "We love you because of the way you are." So it was cool to see this shift and to see it come full circle, where something like my curves that was what held me back from modeling was now the reason that I get to model. I think it's a particularly exciting time to be a curve model right now because you can feel that change is on the horizon. As women are starting to see more body diversity, they're also starting to, understand their worth and love their bodies, and it's getting to the point where they're going to demand that they're being represented, and there's just going to be this shift. And the brands that will be at the forefront of this shift are the ones that, are going to start representing everyone. And the ones that don't are gonna fall by the wayside and they'll start to crumble. So I think it's just an exciting time to kind of be at the forefront of that and to see that shift. So there are a few brands that are already at the forefront of this, that are already doing this, that I love. Target is a great brand. Forever 21's got awesome stuff, and Fashion Nova is one that I love. I'm wearing a bodysuit by them right now. They're fantastic, and what I love that they really understand is that the problem right now is a lot of people think that plus size just means that you take the dimensions of the straight sizes and you just make them bigger, you're just adding numbers. But the problem with that is if you look at like a size chart of typical jeans, a person who has a 30 or who has a 24-inch waist should have a 34-inch hip measurement. So the difference is 10 across the board, so it just keeps going. It's always 10 inches between the waist and the hips. Me, I have a 30-inch waist and 48-inch hips, so that's an 18-inch difference. So that's nearly twice as much of a difference. And so clothes just don't fit right. And so what's awesome is you have these brands that are understanding it's not just making the sizes bigger, it's an entirely different body type, and women who carry their weight differently shouldn't be excluded from certain styles. So a couple of curve models that I love, obviously Ashley Graham. She's like one of the pioneers. I love her, but not just because, I guess the reason I love her is that she's unapologetically herself. And I don't just mean with her curves, but just everything in her life. She just rocks it and owns it and doesn't apologize to anyone for what she believes and what she likes, and for just loving herself. Another curve model who I love is Charlie Howard. She wrote a book called Misfit, and it just covers covers her journey. She was both a straight size model and a curve model, and she's just had to overcome some really crazy things. And it's a book that every woman should read. It's really cool watching her overcome those struggles and learn to love herself. So my short-term goals are honestly just to keep my head down and work my butt off, figuratively, not literally, because I need the butt for the job. But I just want to, work hard, and I've still got so much to learn. I'm a strong believer that you always have something to learn. You can learn things from, the people around you, and I'm a big believer in finding mentors to help you with just kind of to guide you through life. So those are my short-term goals. As far as like a 5-year plan or where I want to be in the next few years, I honestly just hope that I can use my career as a model to build a platform to just spread goodness. I think that in the day and age of social media, where it's just so easy to look at how people are depicting their lives and not recognize that they're only showing the most attractive, most exciting parts of themselves. And so it's really easy to become jealous and to just feel insignificant because of what you're seeing around you. And I hope that I can be a person that people look to, and you know, whatever I'm posting or sharing or doing is making them feel better about themselves. So I don't know exactly how, you know, important social media following is necessarily to booking jobs, but I do think the important thing with social media is just to keep it real, because I think people like transparency. And you should show the parts of yourself that make you human. Show the cellulite, show the stretch marks, and just love yourself, because when you do, and when you learn to love yourself, and when you're showing people that you honestly love who you are, their love for you will follow. And I think that's about it.